So I am trying to create a storyboard here, or whatever you want to call it, indicator of my water level. So you saw in a previous video, I just put this little floating indicator in this tube, and this is how I indicate my water level. So this is a demonstration of it working. As you can see, it is raising. See, there it is, it's dropping. There's a little bit of whatever happened there, and it's going to go ahead and raise. I started it here, and I'm going to transfer the tape lines to the aluminum to give it some permanent marking to know where my water level is in terms of gallons. This is great, but I mean, is it half when it's halfway? You know, I don't really think so, because the top has got a big bulk section on top, and then it goes skinny down the side. So halfway up this tube isn't necessarily half the tank, I don't think. So this is a good way to get that to where it's, you know, you can monitor it easily. I really should replace this tube with a clear piece of tube, and I just haven't yet. I do this kind of as a last minute fix, and I never replace it, but I will. But anyway, so this is just a tube attached to the bottom of my water tank, and then I use a filler like this to determine how much water I'm putting in at a time. So this just comes up. It's got an air gap on the top with that bolt, so that air can escape as that indicator goes up. And that indicator is just a piece of foam with fiberglass or resin wrapped around it and cured. And it's too big to make the bend into the angle, into the 90 elbow at the bottom. So it works really good. Sometimes it gets stuck if it's been dry up there for a while, but I just tap it and it falls down. I tap it with this handy dandy tapper right here. Just go tit-tit-tit, and it'll break free. But very useful. A little bit more on that. As you can see here, I put this piece of tape. Let's see if I can get that to focus better. And I got the tape there, and that's when I started the fill up. Now I come up here, and then that's where I'm at. And on the dial here, you know, 7 gallons. So that's 7 gallons in that distance. So that really gives you an idea of what you have as far as what's in the tank. So when I believe when I get to the top here, that's going to be a full tank, because this is the top of the tank right here. So at this point now, I would imagine I am filling up the bulk that is, well, there you go. That gives you an idea. That's the tank right there. So there's a little bit more than just a shallow. It does have quite a bit of a reserve right there, or area, volume area. So I'm just going to keep filling that up until I get to the top. And I've never had water come out of the top of that, but I just go until that thing hits the top, because that is the top of the tank right there. And I don't imagine you want it too full. So usually when I start getting water back on this air release, that means I'm pretty much full. And that's, so we're getting to the top here, and you can see that the indicator is hitting the top, and I'm starting to get my back pressure up here. So right now I think I'm filling my filler tube, and then there it is. So that is very accurate as far as the level. So once that thing hits top, I am at top, and after that you're just filling up the filler line, which you probably shouldn't do, but it gives you probably an extra half a gallon or so. So to finalize my goal here, I took the tape from before. I've moved this tape now, and I've pulled it off and raised it to the top. So there we are. There's my indicator. We topped out right there. We measured this at 7 gallons, this distance here. So I took the tape off and I moved it up to there. So this right here is, that mark right there is going to be 20 gallons minus 7. So that's 13 gallons at this point right here. 13 gallons left at this point right there. So very helpful, I would say. It's amazing there's 13 gallons to me, and there's just this lower section, but it does go out and it does go across. It's an L shape. So yeah, there's a lot of water left when it's sitting there. So we're not, you look at this, say, oh, we're halfway at 10 gallons right there. No, we're not. We are 13 gallons at this level. So very, very helpful. I almost think I'm going to take this and divide it into equal parts and bring it up and try and get to 10, trying to figure out where to get 10 gallons. So it'd be up in here somewhere. So, maybe it is about halfway, to be honest, huh? Because we have 13 gallons to there. And once this line here gets transferred up, we probably will be right about halfway. So there you are. I did a little thinking video. Let's call it a think vid. It's a think vid on how to figure out these little things, and I hope that's super helpful. I wish I would have found a video like this 3 or 4 years ago, because I've been guessing my water level for years, but now I have a pretty good, accurate way of telling, and I'm stoked on that. Hope it helps.